All right, start a little bit early just to try and get this done this evening. So this is where I got to yesterday, with the exception of doing some touch-ups where I had the ink spattered, where I had to clean it up around the edges. And what I ended up doing was masking off the image in front and then using a spray paint to cover kind of the top portion where the ink had messed up. So it's subtle, but you can see like a change in the white from here to down here along the edge. But at least it looks consistent now, whereas, I had streaks and stuff in there before. So sometimes you have to go for the lesser of two evils kind of thing. So tonight I'm going to be, I'll be reinforcing some of the blacks that were covered over the paint. Doing some touch-ups, like I got to fix up here where I actually painted over or inked over what should have been part of the white letter back there. So I painted it, but I got to clean it up with the ink outlines, and I need to clean up my outlines again and go back and ink some of the background again where the removable tape took up some of the ink. So that's where I'm at for tonight. And then this is for the drawn bid at the end of the month. Try and get it done today, and then I have to debate whether I want to try and do another cover recreation or not. What do you guys think? Another cover you'd like to see drawn? Lines a little bit. Sorry about that. Fat fingers. Problem is the enamel paint on top is still a little tacky. There's going to cause some issues. I had to put the paint on pretty heavy on the right-hand side, because that's where the ink spill was the worst. The ink spatter. These are acrylic odes, it's just like cheap paint pens. They're actually pretty good. So at the end, I'm going to go through and redarken some of the line art, but I've got to do everything else before that first. So I'm going to go ahead and brighten up the white. still not touching the white edges that I worked on earlier today. It's still a little tacky. I don't want to get the oil and dirt from my hand on there. That sound good. Pick a different music track. Side of the arm right here. now I'm going to try and go in and pull back out some of the outlines. The paint kind of knocks some on the back, or the white knocks some on the back. I want them to stand out pretty hard. I'm not sure how obvious that is on the camera. So you see like the side here versus over here where the paint has gone over stuff. That's where I need to group. I just want to pull back in lines, and I may have accidentally covered up with something else, either paint or watercolor. I plan on, once this is all done, posting a replay, like a sped up replay of the whole process. I spent about 4 hours on it yesterday, and I don't know how long I'm going to spend on it tonight, but it's going to have to be pretty sped up to make it reasonably viewable. Music too loud? Not loud enough. Might be a little too loud for me. I'm right next to it. There's a tag. Unsacred, unscarred by aim to the head. Must be copyright free, so hopefully we'll get a muted video. All this I printed onto watercolor paper to cover up the print paint marker. funky side right here. It's like, be careful about that. So we can fix this part up here. And some of it. Small straight edge for that part. Card stock. Thinner. Too bad. I mean, I know what to look for, so I know where the mistake is. But it'll be okay for everybody else. Thinner pen, fix where the white oversprayed on top of that just a little bit. Progress. Got to color in the red for the letters and the logo. So I printed the red on the watercolor paper. It looks kind of splotchy. I don't know, because of the texture of the paper, I guess. The copier didn't like it. Got a smaller brush. Over there. Messages. Somebody sending me a message. They're sending me a message. We went on a vacation recently to LA for a concert. Got a COVID test on the part of the return. Sending the results. It's clean, so thankfully that's it. Here. We were a little worried about that because we went to a concert in LA, but she got away clean. I'm missing him. I don't normally work on this size. It's a little difficult on my table. This is 11 by 15. Normally I go 11 by 14 or smaller. Anything you'd like to talk about tonight? Keep it all in between the S and the R. It's weird. Paint isn't flowing like it should. It's riding on top of the toner areas, so it's not soaking in like it should. So hopefully, when it dries, it'll look. I wish I could show you guys. I don't think I can get the point across. Okay, so you see, even though I'm brushing across the whole thing, because it's got like a toner on it, it's not sitting there, so it actually shrinks back down. Not soaking in like it should. The hope is it will even out the color once it dries. So we have it kind of cloudy with the red. That's the hope anyway. You might have to come in with like a 3, not 3, and do the outlines around the white on the Avengers text. With the paint and kind of knock over. I haven't done a replay process video in a while, so this will be good. I don't like doing them because it takes so much editing. Annotate them, add in the background music and transitions. And I don't do anything fancy with mine. Still painting. Gives you more respect for those guys that do really fancy videos and shit. The amount of work they put into it. You got that kind of time. Time in other areas. The S is pretty dry now. It's better, but I can still see a little bit of the cloudiness. I don't know if a second coat of paint would help that or not. I might have to check though, see if it will. But at least it looks more solid than the red on that I haven't painted yet. And this one's going on pretty well, but maybe that's because I don't have as much water in this one. That might be it. Just have to use less water and more pigment. Another is easy things. Most of it's straight. It's going to be real fun trying to go around these heads over there. Trying not to rest my hand in the white because it's still kind of tacky. I don't want to put a water sheet or something so I'm afraid it'll stick. Pull out some black paper. Teflon sheet for my press. Try and cut around the TM, that's too small. I'm just going to have to paint and redarken the trademark letters. Those of you watching, do you have a cover you think I should take a shot at? Famous comic book cover. You do up to 3 for this drawing kit, but I don't know if I want to do that many or not. Not like doing 1. This is the first cover that came to mind, so iconic. You can do kind of mashups too. There's an old the Batman where they killed Robin, Death in the Family. I did that once before, digitally, but I did it with Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd from Kill the Rabbit, Death of the Opera, which is the name of that piece. Hilda Wabby. Oh, Brunhilde, you're so lovely. Yes, I know. I can't help it. This is my smart ass personality. I attribute to Bugs Bunny. That character is real smart. That looks a lot better. I think I might have to go over this end again. I figured out I needed to use more pigment, and that seemed to work better. That looks a lot better than it did. Trying to get rid of that milky, cloudy look from the toner printing onto the water. The lettering with the process solid colors. I'm okay having, variations and stuff in the character. The lettering should look solid. No comments from the peanut gallery tonight? You guys don't have a cover or something you'd like to see me draw? Something you want to talk about? What's on your mind? We were talking last night about pinstripers and freehand sign painters. The amount of control they have, the brush control they have, it's just crazy. You ever watch either a pinstriper or a freehand sign painter? Go find the video of it. It's just crazy. People do the hand lettering. Crazy. I like that. It's a lot better, and it helps. I'm going to let the letters dry, and then we have to come with a black ink pen and tighten up the lines around the white area. What else do I want to touch up? I should probably come with the black, and just maybe not the whole thing, but at least call in like the side of the chest and the. I think the serratus muscles, the ones on the pull the ribs apart. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are serratus muscles, biceps, triceps. The deltoids, the lats. I'm still working with red. I don't want to see that. I'll make this one text single red. There's a variation. need to fix the red. So that dries. Probably brighten up the stuff in this. I don't know what you call this. It's not a cow. Collar? Collar? Cape? I'm just bringing some red into the white paint just to help blend it. And I think the inside of the cape needs to be darker. They use almost a brown in the original. So maybe I'll go over that area with brown just to push it deeper into the shadows. Some quick straightening up last night, and I can't remember where I put stuff down. That's my medium size brush. Okay, so grab brown. I'm just gonna go for it. Heck with it. Get out of the palette. I used like two different shades of red for it last night. And it still didn't give me the look I was hoping for. So maybe going over it with brown. Probably still not as dark as it should be, but see how it dries. Helps knock it back. Probably should have done this before I did that ink pass earlier. But if I need to, I can run outline. It's easy enough. lose Black Panther's hand a little bit because it's on over a darker area, but that's kind of how lit the original. The hand's kind of lost there too. Reinforcing the black outline around these characters may help a little bit. Hard to get consistent coverage over large areas. Normally, kind of music I would normally listen to. I'll make sure I stay away. You guys get more glare. Doesn't quite look as shiny as it looks on the camera. I think it's helping. It's knocking it back farther. That's what I want. And it lets the figure stand out more from the cape. Maybe one more coat. I don't know. I do like the way it's knocking it back. Once more on this side. A little more pigment loaded. You guys paint or draw? Do you do it to the music? Nothing wrong with it. Again, it's not as shiny as it looks. It's just wet. So, like if you look at this area where it's drier, I think that helps. The figure pop out a bit. I wish I could get the solid colors. Yeah, they're using inks, I think. Colored inks. Let that dry. Grab a thinner pen and work up back up, go back up to the letters and reinforce those lines. 3. Enough. short one. Thankfully, I've got a fairly steady hand. All these minor things that people look at and probably never think about. So that helps pull the bottom of the letters out again. Okay. Now, one thing I didn't print or draw in, which I probably should have planned for, is this behold with vision. So I'm going to do my best to try and recreate that. But since I've already got ink and watercolor down, I'm going to use paint pens for the opacity, just kind of ride with those. So I'm going to lightly sketch out the pencil, just kind of guide for where the lettering is going to go, and then I'll use a paint pen to actually do the lettering. It won't be perfect. My hand lettering is not great. Be careful not to still kind of wet here. I'm going to have the vision text here. I like baseline. That's pretty good. And the vision text is taller. Do I have my parallel available? I need to really clean up my drawing area. A mess. I have a parallel straight line. I don't want to put. You'll find a number for this. So we want the text to be here, here. Yes. And then we want it to be about this tall. Pick a random number that can be consistent. And use a shorter ruler too. That's the other thing you need to invest in. It's about 1, 4, 5, 6. Call it 6 marks. The height of the vision. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the height of the vision. I can use for centering. I'm kind of using the and behold, kind of base it on that. So if I see the H is on top of the I, that line's got to come out. I'm sideballing this side right now. Again, I'm just using a paint pen for these. So I use a thick pen for the vision part, and then a finer pen for behold the. You guys even see that? That's my guide. Acrylic pen. Have matching pen and those two should match. Let me just check them on some other paper. I haven't even used yet. Oh, yo. I'm going to put some black lines back in over there. Those match. Just the thin one's pretty watery. Taking down into the the paint pens has more opacity, so kind of go over the line like it's already there. The drawing is there. Oh. Dry pretty well before I try to match. bunch of ink. That's too hard. You can still see the clouds underneath those. Becoming smaller, but I can control it better. And try to cover up the lines behind the layers a little bit more. That's looking pretty good. And then the vision part is outlined. Oh shit! I didn't account for the what? I didn't account for the exclamation point. What do you think? Let it go? Try to put it in. Thin exclamation point. Actually, the cloud break the edge, so I'd probably break the edge with the exclamation point too and get away. That's dry. What else? Oh, yeah. So that's dry. I can go in and reinforce lines again. Where I put paint, and where I want to pull some more out, like in the chest and the serratus muscle. I'll grab a fly. Where did I put my fly? Try not to get my hand in where the ink is still wet. Again, this is going to be one of those, it's subtle, but it's there, so it's obvious when you're looking at it in person. It doesn't make as much difference. On the stream. Anything down here. Yeah, just to help pull out their silhouettes and stuff. Now, one thing I was going to do different is I'm going to give Black Panther like the more updated, like the talons around his neck and the base of his gloves. Um, that was a different panther type. Where it came from. Must have been well up there. Quiet tonight. You know what? I am drawing in some of the interior detail too, but not a lot. Just where I feel like I need to bring it down. Another change I made from the original is I gave Wasp her wings. Because without the wings, it's like, who is this person? I mean, the uniforms are pretty hard to tell at some of the angles as they are already. And then, like, this is Goliath. And, without the color cues, the yellow and blue, it's hard to tell. These are the stripes and the gloves. And Hawkeye, if it wasn't for the quiver. And then I added this kind of the skirt area. Not really a skirt, it's part of his tunic. But I figured Wasp would benefit by having her wings to help identify her more. I'm going to sharpen up pencil. I should do this, like do his talons with white and then go back over with red to do there, but they don't stick out as much. Let's see if I can do that. tiny detail, but hey, thanks, Darren. See, I've added in those, and I'm going to go back over this with the white paint once it dries a little bit. Or the red paint, rather. So you can see them, but they're not, where he's not the only one with white highlights in them. That's some thickness. Pencil, thin pencil eraser. These vision guidelines. How you doing tonight, Darren? Continuing to build them, working on your Gundam models or something. Now I want to clean out these spots right here. Still zoomed in, aren't they? They just erased out the pencil lines behind the text I added. I want to use some white paint to try and knock out those spots that came in out of nowhere from the darker red. White not so obvious. Let's see, a small brush. Some red paint. Not much water. Not white. Seems to be working. So that they're still there. They're not bright white, more subdued. That helps. All right, last look. So we need to touch up some black in here. Probably just use a brush pen. Hit those spots that came up tonight. Hopefully the black matches glow enough that the brush needs to put on there. have to look at a different angle. The light plays differently on it. I'm looking for any spots where the ink may have come up from the tape. I don't know what happened right there. Some ink got pulled out, it looks like. Darren says he's still waiting on his green sock model kit pre-order. Where's it coming from? Order from Japan. Try and put shaky lines around the vision part. Won't be exact, but should have a similar look and feel. On my number 5 again. Where I put it. Vision. All right. Last looks. Want to put the can back in. Sign it. Have to put after see. touchdown. Whenever you, like copy somebody else's work or swipe it, as some people call it, one of the things I always tell people to do is make sure you give them credit. Say, hey, it's not my idea. I'm stealing from one of the best. So that's after John Buscema. Okay. All right. I'm gonna call it done. Keep putzing with it for a long time. But I'm just picking at things. All right. Thanks for watching. Good night, Darren. Whoever else may be here.